Hello traders, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're looking at smart money concept made easy. But before I go into the video, if this is your first time of visiting my YouTube channel, make sure you please subscribe, like this video, smash the notification button, turn it from red to gray, and it will help to boost this channel and then make this channel grow faster. Okay, thank you for doing that. So now, what is smart money concept? The word smart money is simply capital controlled by central banks, institutions, investors, hedge fund managers, market makers, and big banks. That is what smart money is, or it has been we have come to know what smart money is as the capital that's been controlled by big players. Let me use the word big players, and these big players include the central banks, the big banks, the institutions, investor, the market makers, and the rest. Okay, these are money that runs into billions or trillions of dollars. As a retail trader, we do not have such money at our disposal to trade the market. So what traders, these big players do is to manipulate the market, take out the retail traders, and then execute their trades, so that they are looking for what is called liquidity. For them to trade, they need liquidity. Okay, so what they do is they will engineer liquidity in the marketplace. They are going to engineer liquidity in the marketplace, then wipe out people who are going long or short at the areas of support and resistance. For example, these are people who are shorting this market at resistance level, people who are expecting this market to break out, then move to the upside, people who are expecting the market to go up once it touches support, and people who are expecting this market to break out below so that they can go short. All these traders here are building up liquidity for the smart money. So what the smart money do is that they manipulate the price, remove these people here, take out these people before taking the price to their desired direction. Once you understand it, you will have a better knowledge on how to trade this. Okay, so the main thing is that they engineer liquidity in the market to trick or induce retail traders like us to buy and sell, so that they can now fill their orders, because their orders are huge. Okay, their orders are huge. They use our liquidity, our stop loss place, they use our stops to trigger their own order, so that they get filled at a very, very good price. That's it. So these are smart money. Everyone in here buying and selling here are not smart money. Okay, the smart money guys are those that comes in, or they manipulate the price to take the price to their desired direction. So what we need to do as traders trading this smart money concept is simply follow the blueprint, because when these moves occur, it creates footprint in the market. Okay, and those are the place where we're looking at other blocks, breakup blocks, and the rest. Okay, we're looking at those area where when price get back to those areas, that's when we'll be looking at what participate in the market for this example. So when price comes back in here, for example, when price comes back in here, we can join them from this point to take price down. Okay, that is the whole idea. Now, a concept is simply an idea. Okay, a concept is an idea, is a plan, is an intention. So that's where all this smart money concept comes in. It's simply an idea whereby we believe that smart money or the big players leave footprints in the marketplace, and those footprints are being printed on the chart. and all we need to do is to follow that footprint and then profit from it. That's all. So smart money concept generally is simply an idea trader uses to do what? To trade alongside big capital. Okay, that money, that pool of money that the big players are using to trade, we trade alongside them. Okay, that's smart money concept. And why do people trade smart money? The first one is that it gives you a better understanding of the market. When I started studying smart money concept, I later have what? A good understanding of the market, where the market is reaching to, where the market might react from, and so on and so forth. You might not be perfect, but it gives you that edge. You know that when price gets to a particular level, it should react, and when it reacts, you know what to do. Number two, it gives an insane risk to reward ratio. It helps with a good risk to reward ratio. Okay, that's where anyone trading smart money, you have at least a minimum of 1 to 5 hours. When you take a trade risking 1%, you're risking 1%. You can have 1 to 5 hours. 1 to 5 hours. Let me say 5 hours. You can have 5 hours, 10 hours, 50, and so on. Okay, and as I said, not everyone will be able to hold the trade from here to here. As smart money traders, we have to pay the trader first. You pay yourself first as a trader. So what it means is that you take partials along the way. So in this video, I will show you 3 to 4 concepts that if you have your hands around it, it will swing the odds in your favor. Okay, so what are the key things you need to know? And in this case, it's not about order blocks, it's not about breaker blocks, it's not mitigation blocks, it's not sniper entry on the rest. No, they are simply three. So before I continue, let me show you explain this market manipulation, because as I said, the big banks, they manipulate the market. And how do they manipulate market? Once you understand the market phase, there's what they call market phase. Understand market phase. Market phase are simply you have the market. Okay, we have this area here. We have this area here. We have this area here. This area is area of what? Accumulation. Area of accumulation. And this area is area of distribution. Area of distribution. Now, accumulation are simply areas where the smart money manipulate the lows. They manipulate the lows and break up structure to the upside. That is manipulation. The lows are being what? Manipulated. That means any early buyers in this region here, early buyers will be taken out. Okay, then there's a break of structure to the upside, then the price start moving upward. So when you see a form of consolidation, most times in the consolidation, those are areas where accumulation and distribution occurs. Distribution, on the other hand, are the manipulations of the eyes. You see eyes being taken and a break of structure to the downside. That is distribution in a nutshell. Is the accumulation of the highs. Early sellers are taken out. Early sellers are taken out. You enter here, your stop is taken. So early sellers in this region here are taken out. Once they get the price they want, price move sharply downwards. So that is how they manipulate the market. Now, there are three things you need to understand in order to trade smart money. And they are, the first one is market structure. Market structure. As a trader, this is the most important skill you must understand. You must understand the market structure. And we have bullish structure, and we also have bearish structure. To understand more about market structure, I did a video. You can check in the cards there or in the description below. You can check the description below. You see a link to the video. So, but I'm going to explain something here. You need to understand market structure. For a bullish structure, we are having series of what? Higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Price is moving in an upward trend. Okay, price is moving in an upward trend. Why a bearish setup structure, we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and so on. Price moving downward. So what makes structure valid? Okay, a structure is valid. In this case, the way I look at structure validity is this. Let's say, for example, we have some distribution here, accumulation here, for example, manipulation of the lows. Now when you have this kind of market structure here, a valid structure break must first of all take out liquidity. Takes out liquidity. Then the second one must break structure. Those two things must be present. Okay, a valid structure break must take out liquidity. You can see here liquidity grab, takes out liquidity, then break structure to the upside. Once I see this formation taking place, then I know that this is a valid break of structure. So you must understand market break of what? Structure, both bullish and bearish. On the bearish side, you have something like this. Okay, then price break structure. Okay, and for a bearish break of structure, you must have a liquidity grab upward, manipulation of this high, and a break of structure to the downside. Okay, so once you understand this market structure, the next thing you need to understand is liquidity. Now, the number two thing you need to know is liquidity. Now, let's assume this range play here. Liquidity are simply areas of stop losses. Okay, area of stop losses, that's all. Liquidity are areas of stop losses and pending orders. Okay, area of stop losses and pending order. Let me explain. Without liquidity, the banks will not be able to trade. And who provide the liquidity? We, the retail traders. Okay, we provide the liquidity for the banks to trade, because in this simple hypothetical illustration here, every one selling from this, we have their stop losses somewhere here. If you sell based on support and resistance, this resistance, when price touches, you will press down. When price touches, it goes down. When price touches, it goes down. Where is the logical place you place your stop? Some few pips above that area. Okay, that's what we were taught. But as smart money traders, we don't trade that way. Okay, we understand that these areas here are areas of what? Liquidity, where the smart money needs to what? Take and use in filling their orders. Okay, because they have huge amount to be traded, and if they execute it at once, there won't be orders to match up with it. So what they need are stop orders or pending orders for those looking for what? A breakout, the breakout traders, and then the stop losses of those that are trading support and what? Resistance. The same thing applies down here. Liquidity. Whoever is buying here at these places are placing their stops below this. They are placing their stop below this level, and this their stop provide what? Liquidity for the banks. Provide liquidity for the banks to tap in, then take the price to their desired direction. And also pending orders for those who are breakout traders. They are waiting for price to break out and retest. Breakout, retest. All those orders will be filled up. But what happens? Price will go in the different direction. So once you understand liquidity, I will show you on the chart what you need to be looking at. Okay, now let's look at these two on the chart first. Okay, let's quickly look at the examples on the chart of the first two that we've talked about, then before we move to the third one. If we look at this is the Euro USD monthly chart. Okay, when you look at this Euro USD, let's look at this region here. You can see that there's liquidity here. As smart money traders, we see these levels here as what? Liquidity. Okay, what happened? Price took that liquidity. Okay, these are areas of what? Accumulation. Areas of accumulation, manipulation of the lows and break of structure to the upside. So liquidity was taken there, and then a bullish break of structure. You can decide to use here. You can decide to use this one. Whichever one you use is subjective actually, but I prefer the last. I prefer using the last low in this case that took liquidity. The low that took out the liquidity is what I'll be looking at. Once that low is broken, then I know that there's a structural what? Shift in market structure. Okay, so these are the things you need to look for. That low, the market structure break, did it take out liquidity? If yes, then I will see this as a valid market structure. Okay, so now you can see that looking at this, we have looked at the two concepts we're looking here. The first one is what? The market structure, and the second one is what? Liquidity. And you are not only looking at liquidity here, you'll be looking at liquidity before you also take the trade. Okay, all these areas also are areas of what? Liquidity. I will explain that after giving you the third one, the third and final one. So let's go back. The third one is you need to understand, number 3, your area of interest. Okay, or some people call it point of interest. It does not matter whatever you call it. Understand the concept. Okay, some people will repackage all this and call it something else. The main thing is for you to understand. Your area of interest are simply areas where you are looking to buy or sell the market. Area of interest are simply areas you are looking to buy or sell the market. Area of interest or point of interest. Good. These are simply areas we are observing to get into the market. Areas where you want to come into the market. Simple. So, and this is where different techniques comes in. Under this, we have the order block. Okay, we have the order block. We have the mitigation block. Mitigation block. I also use supply and demand. Supply and demand. Okay, we have the breaker block. Breaker block. etc. So whichever method you want to use, whichever strategy you want to use here, go ahead and use that. Okay, but what I use mostly is the supply and demand. All these other block, the other block are simply area of supply and demand in a nutshell. So we are going to look at the chart and see this, but let me explain what an order block is before we move on. Now let's assume we're in a bearish environment, price moving down, then before the break. Okay, now an order block is simply the last down candle before the break of structure, the last down candle before the break of structure, somewhere in here. Okay, you are going to identify the last down candle, meaning the last bearish candle before this move up. That is the order block, and you're going to highlight the entire candle. Okay, that area you're expecting price to come back in there. This is where you take your trade. Are you seeing it now? You are going to wait for price to come back into this region, then you execute the trade and take it higher. Follow the smart money, because with this environment here, you have confirmed that the smart money has already taken out what? Liquidity. Okay, whatever liquidity is here, they've taken it out, and then a break of structure. Once you see this break of structure, look down and observe your area of interest. In this case, let's use the example of the order block. So the order block is simply the last down candle. That is a bullish order block. The last down candle before the what? The bullish move up. So let's look at the chart here, for example. So if you look at this chart here, the last down candle here is this. This is last down candle here before the move up. Okay, so you can see that what happened here, price came down, trade into this area and move up. If you have to trade this, let's assume this is any time frame. Okay, but this is a monthly. You cannot execute your trade there because the pips will be too large. But remember, the market is fractal. Okay, so what you need to do is simply you're going to go long at the touch of this. Your stop loss will be a little bit below the what, the order block. Okay, when price comes in here, you move on. Can see very nice 3 to 2 risk reward. You can have a better risk reward when you refine. I will not do that here. I'm only showing you the concept. Okay, and then your take profit could be at this supply zone here. Okay, could be at this supply zone. You can see, once you understand market structure, you can anticipate where there will be a potential reaction, and you can take some profit out here, or all your profit. Okay, so that is the concept here. Now for demand and supply, these are simply areas of demand and supply. Okay, this area of demand also, these are my point of interest for demand and supply. Price comes in here, and then you execute the trade to take it upward. Those are the 3 things you need to understand. The first one is what? Market structure. The second one is what? Liquidity. Now what makes this point of interest valid? Because we have liquidity. Okay, there have been traders who have been trading this breakout here, and also probably traders trading the what, descending channel, and so on. All this money here, they are putting their stop loss below this trend line. Okay, and what happened? We see the same thing happening here. Market came, took out all those liquidity, break structure here again, broke structure here. Okay, and as a result, you identify what? Your order block, and this is your order block here. I don't usually trade order blocks. Okay, I'll show you what I trade: supply and demand, or imbalanced price action, IPA. Okay, this is an IPA candle, this is an IPA candle. Okay, I would do more videos to explain what each of these points of interest are in the maybe subsequent video. But in order not to make this video too long, this is what you need to know. 3 things. The first one is what your market structure. The second one is what liquidity. The third one is area of interest. And if you have any ideas or any comments, maybe idea of video for me to make, put that in the comment section. If you have any question, also put that in the comment section. And this next video, the algorithm feels you will like it, so make sure you watch that video before you leave. Have a nice day.